Yo, what's up? Name's Jet01 and welcome back to some more Tales of Exilia. In the last episode we came here to Labari Hollow to try and find Alvin and Elise after our battle with Exodus agents in the arena went kind of awry and they kidnapped Tipo. We found Tipo after Elise and Alvin went after them, but the two got attacked by Exodus agents, and Tipo appears to have been reset to just a factory toy, so we need to, well, I personally would like to help out Elise and go find whatever they took from Tipo to get him back to normal. But Big Boss Milla just wants to get down to business. Cannot travel at world map this time because we're inside, so we're going to go outside. And could go down to the bottom down here, which would probably be a good idea because I don't have the food thing active. Otherwise I'd be like, we could go look for some XP buddies or EXP buddies. But I don't know, we can grab this because this is free, this is perfectly safe. But we're about to go back to Shandu probably. Or let's see, what's down there? Or what's over here? There's stuff everywhere. Let's see. That's a guy. Don't care about you. What's on the other side of this door? There's a treasure chest on the other side of this door. Was it worth it? No. Well, decently. No. Don't particularly care enough. There's stuff down here, but doesn't appear to be stuff down here that's important right now. Can't travel at world map using... Never mind. It's time to walk back. Oh boy. This may be why I hate this place, because it doesn't seem like we're allowed to walk back. That was weird. Ow. Okay, so these guys can use magic.
My sword rings.
That always confuses me because I forget what that's called, but like the grasping hands thing is a move that Elise uses really commonly. So when I see it, I don't panic like I do for attacks from other people, just like with zero gravity. Because I'm like, isn't that ours? Okay, so it doesn't look like we can get back out without having to walk, which is, oh boy. Even though this place gave me XP buddies, I now need to loop back around and say, I hate you. Thankfully, going through areas, while it does respawn enemies, it respawns droppables, but I don't want that. Although that's 20 feathers. I think I can get something with 20 feathers. But I would rather get out of here. Oh, what's this? Can we get this from here? Is that a thing? Inspect. Oh, yeah, okay, check. Goofy glasses. Just discard it. Just take that off.
I'm loath to leave behind a full treasure chest, but I fear it's inevitable.
You're a bit of a miser, aren't you?
Yeah, we can't take that with us because we already have that. You can only have one of the costume pieces because you can reuse a costume piece across all of your characters if you have just the one. Okay, well, let's see, we climb up out here. We just need to get to the door, and we can fast travel out of here. We can't hop across that. We have to take the thing. You know, the smart thing would be for me to cut this, except I want to share the suffering. If I gotta suffer, you gotta suffer. That's how I feel about it. And also, it looks like, never mind. It's not that we couldn't fast travel. We had to go here. What? Something's wrong.
Elise, get back!
Heal, you dogs! Heal!
Oh no. Guess who's back? Back up
My
again.
apologies if my pets
Big Man
frightened
Zhao.
you. I had
He's
to
not
sit
your
them on
friend.
some poachers.
Zhao?
What brings you lot here?
What brings you here? Do we need to fight? Is that where this is going?
I see you finally returned to this place, child.
Returned? Oh boy, backstory.
You remember it, do you?
What's he talking about?
This is the lab where the little lady was raised.
Lab? No, the word for this place is mine. But okay.
The laboratory has been abandoned for some time, ever since we had that intruder.
I take it that intruder was you, Alvin?
Women's intuition, huh? I was investigating the boosters they were making here.
Okay, why were they making boosters in a mine?
So it was you.
What's a booster?
A gadget developed by Azul to ramp up the mana generated by the mana lobe.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Elize is actually holding one right now. Tipo. The Spud's apparently a third-generation booster.
So, you're just a gadget, Tipo? You have named me Tipo. Pleased to meet you.
A booster reads the mind of its owner and speaks aloud his or her thoughts.
Oh boy, that makes things interesting.
So all this time, Tipo was just saying what's on Elise's mind?
Elise, why do you keep wanting to bite people's faces? That's a little weird.
That's not true. Tipo was talking on his own. Tipo, you might be a machine, but you're still my friend, right? Nope. I'm just a machine, Elize.
Whoa, okay. That's... Why would they program that as the answer?
No! You're my friend! Nope. You are mistaken.
Wow. Whoever programmed that, I hope they got fired. That or Alvin stabbed them.
I'm just a device that verbalizes your thoughts.
Elise, I'm sorry.
Tell us, big guy. Where are lonely little Elise's mommy and daddy?
They are no longer with us.
Could have seen that one coming.
What?
When you were just 4 years old, your parents were attacked by a bandit and murdered.
I like how we're having this
I'll
serious
never see them
discussion and the
again.
wolves are kind of just sitting there
Mother,
sniffing
not
like, do we get to
father,
eat them?
Not even Tipo.
I'm sorry, Elise.
Hey,
I know how bad this must... You still have your parents and friends! As if these people could ever understand how you feel. Elise, wait!
Okay, but like, that only applies to 2 of them. Milla had no parents, Rowan's old enough that you know his are
damn
dead,
poachers
and then
again.
Alvin's mom is definitely...
Hold on.
Like, we know she's in bed,
Why
and
was
his
Elise
dad
at
is
this
probably a
laboratory?
goner. So, like, really? That doesn't quite work, but whatever.
Well, she was brought here. Sold, really. There was this woman who would gather up orphans and take them to the laboratory. What was her name?
I don't suppose it was Isla.
Oh, please let that be a shot in the dark. Do you know something we don't know?
Yes, that's it. Isla.
Oh, no.
A poacher of children, you might say.
Are we about to have to be the bad time police? Do we need to call up my boy Sans Undertale? Bring the laser beams down on this lady?
I have no right telling you this, but please, never let that child be alone again.
That's our plan. Now look, if he can hop that, why can't we hop that? Why can't we just be like Lloyd
Be
Irving?
careful. This place is crumbling
Just
down
do the
all
quick
around
hop,
us.
It's
quick
as
jump,
if no
whatever they
human
called
has
it.
set foot in here for years.
And you know, that always annoyed me. Where they're like, this was a laboratory. And I'm like, no, this is very clearly a mining operation. Like, this is very clear what it is. Whatever, though. Main, Alvin's wound.
How bad is your wound?
Well, I failed at the job I was sent to do, and now you guys are here. The wound to my pride might be mortal.
I don't think that's what he meant, but thank you for your input.
And now you've betrayed Exodus too.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. For all you know, I might have even staged all that.
You're just the traitor type, aren't you?
I mean, he fits it.
That's just who I am.
And that's why we love you.
Well, regardless, thanks for risking your life for us.
My. You really are the honor student type.
Yeah, that's just who I am.
Yep, those two are very clear cut in their ways. the mercenary client privilege.
I don't understand. What did Exodus take from Tipo?
Something important. Personality chip or something.
Alvin?
Answering that would violate the mercenary client privilege, but whatever.
You know, that's not a thing.
I imagine they swiped his data memory. Basically, boosters need a compatible partner. And they said they'd never seen a more compatible match than Elize and Tipo. So I bet the data Tipo recorded is gonna be a big deal in the world of booster development.
I mean, makes sense.
But what does Exodus want with boosters when they already have Spyrex?
Sorry, I don't know the answer to that. But we do know one thing.
Indeed. It certainly can't be anything good.
I mean, I feel like the answer to that is pretty obvious. Just take the Spyrex, and they're already really dangerous, and then boost them. Like, we don't even know what the Lance of Kresnik does, but we know that just charging it kills a bunch of people. Now imagine if you could overcharge it with a booster. That seems like a really likely end goal.
How is she doing?
I mean, I would hate to see if they figured out how to overcharge that thing and then fired it, considering we don't even know what it does yet.
She's fine. Well, as fine as can be expected, given what she's learned. Anyway, this place is dangerous. Let's get back to the city.
That's a plan. It's the best one we've got at the moment. Alright, well, I was about to say, can we just straight bounce? Yes, but first, Elise's stalker.
So what's the deal with that giant guy in Elise? Is that her stalker or something?
I mean, you could... That's not a wrong assumption, I suppose, at first glance.
What's a stalker?
That's also something we should probably have expected that Milla wouldn't know.
It's like when someone's super obsessed with everything you do and follows you around.
I see. So you would be Jude's stalker, for example.
Fair enough.
What? Milla, how could you?
Doesn't it seem like that man knows the truth about Elise's past?
Zhao seemed very concerned about Elise's well-being, but I don't know why.
Zhao, you say? I've heard that name before.
Oh boy.
He might be a warrior of some renown. He has a remarkable talent for controlling monsters.
Interesting.
Well, that's interesting, but we're gonna have to leave that for now. Also, can we blink yet? Oh good, we can blink yet. Back to town. We got the scene out of the way, now we can just go home.
Something on your mind?
Huh?
You haven't been yourself since we spoke to Zhao.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't explain anything. Use your words. Oh no.
I heard you followed the bad guys into the hunting grounds. I was worried.
Well, we followed him and it looks like we ran into him again. Also, knock knock, it's the bad time, police. You may want to run.
Well, it was an eventful manhunt, but we made it back in one piece.
I'm so sorry you all got dragged into this. What a horrible coincidence.
Uh-huh, a likely story.
Isla, you can drop the act.
Lay it on her, Sasuke. Let's get some Uchiha vengeance in here.
What do you mean? I really was worried about you. Why would I lie about that?
I don't know, you tell us.
Jude, what are you saying?
I'm saying it was no coincidence we met Isla. Remember what those locals told us when the bell rang for the finals? At tournament time, any outsiders are either combatants or spectators.
Right. I recall what she said when she came to help us.
You folks don't look like you're from around here. What brings you to town?
No one here would need to ask that. Not at tournament time. You were ordered to make contact with us. By Exodus.
Isla, that's not true, is it?
They said you'd never find out. They promised,
Well, they evidently suck at keeping promises.
but I had no choice in the matter.
They blackmailed you, didn't they? They know your secret.
Your former occupation.
They asked, wouldn't it be a shame if Jurgen found out? What happened to the girl breaks my heart. But I had no choice back then either. Please don't tell Jurgen.
He doesn't know.
could I tell him? He's a good man.
But it's all in the past, isn't it? Your fiancé should know these things.
You're a woman. How can you not understand this? I'm damaged goods. If he found out about my past, he'd leave me.
Well, if he would leave you over your past, evidently he never loved you in the first place, and we may need to go be the bad time police for him instead of you.
I finally found happiness with Jurgen. For once in my life. Please, don't tell him. Please.
Promises will not be made. Milla's a bit of a loose cannon.
I doubt I'll ever understand human love. It has so many rules and conditions.
That is a true statement.
What should we do, Elize? You decide.
Me? Why do I have to?
This woman's actions affected you far more than us.
There's nothing I can do to make it up to you. But please, forgive me.
I just don't care anymore.
Elize is all alone now, no matter what you do.
Dang, put in your place by a stuffed toy. Just go home and be thankful we're not doing your side quest. I know how her side quest ends if you do it, and oh boy, you really do become the bad time police.
We need to talk to him about the wyverns.
What's wrong, kid?
Everything.
Isla said there was nothing she could do to make it up to Elize. But did she actually try? Is there really nothing she can do?
Isla is the only one who can answer that question.
Well, that's one way to come back to town. Well, hopefully we can brush past that and get those wyverns, because we kind of really need those. We've been in this city a hot minute. We could use some getting back on the road. Okay, so he's not here. Find Jurgen. Gee, thanks for the tips. He's not at their base, so he's either in the arena or at the hotel. So we're gonna cross this bridge and see if anything happens. Nothing happens. We'll try the arena first. Also, there's a side quest over there. Okay, so something's happening. We're gonna ignore that side quest, like ignoring all of them, but I just want y'all to know that it keeps bugging me in the back of my mind that I'm skipping over all of those things, because I tried to do all of them that I could my first time through. Mostly to try to get a bunch of grade points to unlock 10 times XP, which I did. And also to like get all the things and do all the bonus bosses and stuff. But since I already did them, I don't feel like doing them again, and I don't want to do them for the Let's Play because that would just take up time, but it bugs me because it's like, you did it, just do it. You want to do it, get the prizes. But I have the prizes, so it doesn't matter. I'm just so used to going and doing everything.
I hope Elize is okay.
Same.
Something has been troubling me about these booster devices. Do you remember the experiment Noctigal was conducting at Fort Gondola?
No, refresh my memory.
Might that have been a test of the booster's capabilities?
You're suggesting Rashagal already has booster technology as well.
Oh wait, they were trying to test Tipo and hooked him up to something, so maybe.
That would be a logical conclusion.
Well, that's kind of worrying if everybody's bolstering their weapon strength.
That's not good. Even kids like Elize are strong if they have boosters.
If both countries were to wage war with booster-equipped soldiers, it would be a catastrophe unlike any the world has ever seen.
Would they really risk having such a destructive war?
I mean, if you're crazy, or like just so completely consumed by things like Noctigal seem to be, I completely believe it.
Noctigal might. He seems convinced that he could actually win.
Especially since he has the Lance of Kresnik.
Oh, here you are. Isla told me you were back in town. I'm so relieved to find you safe.
Oh good, we didn't have to go looking for you.
Thanks.
Are the wyverns you promised us ready to ride yet?
Yes, but there's a hitch. Now that we're on the brink of war, we can't fly the wyverns without royal permission.
It's not like we care about the rules.
For that, I'll need to head to the capital, Canbalar.
Really, can't we just take them?
Hey, maybe we should warn the King of Azul how ugly things will get if war breaks out.
I mean, I guess. I'd rather just steal it and go stop everything before he has to worry about it, but I guess that's fair.
The king does seem pretty popular. Do you think maybe he'd fight alongside us?
You know, that one's really funny in hindsight after playing the sequel.
Whoa, hold on. This is a war we're talking about here, not a tavern brawl.
I know, tavern brawls only happen once a week on Hearthstone.
I'd like a face-to-face chat with the king myself, but for a different reason. I want to ask him for the truth behind the laboratory. It's crucial that we meet the King of Azul. We'll head for Canbalar right away.
Okay. I'll get my things together.
What does Milla mean by the truth behind the laboratory?
Apparently, Elize wasn't the only kid they kept at that place. Lots of other children were brought there too.
We may need to find them and help them
Did
too.
Zhao tell you that?
Maybe. I forget.
If the
I don't
king
think we
truly
do.
wishes to protect his people, he'll give me the answer I seek.
But we can bring it up with this King of Azul and get him concerned.
If he gives me the wrong answer, I'll remind him of his duty.
Who?
I'll make him swear to never resort to such methods again, by any means necessary.
Are we about to just pick fights with two kings? Is that where this is going?
Good idea. Let's go pick the king's brain.
Yes, I'd rather pick his brain than pick a fight.
Oh, I just remembered. All our luggage is back at the inn.
Which I admit is really weird considering I've been a violence proponent this whole game, but hey. We've already got one enemy on the plate. Like, let's deal with them and then loop back around for the other one if we're gonna.
Let us go fetch it.
The inn's the other way. Oh, they're going to get Elize. Come along. Let Grandpa Rowan and Big Sis Leia
I'll catch up
try
with
to
you in
cheer
a
you
bit.
up. Maybe have some lunch. Alright, see you later, Alvin.
Alvin,
The group's splitting up.
you did well back there. I knew I could trust you to protect Elize for us.
Well, I was prepared to honor my promise. Keep the faith, oh hallowed spirit.
Nice one, you sarcastic bastard.
Never a dull moment with that guy.
That is 1000% true, yeah?
Soon enough, I'll have to prepare myself too.
Huh?
I am strong enough to destroy the Lance of Kresnik as I am now, without the Force power.
That is 100% true, although I'd debate that at this point in the story. How you are now with the 10 times XP, yes. Normally, maybe not.
Wait, you sure it's a good idea to destroy it with the 4 great spirits still trapped inside?
They would likely not survive. They would lose their forms and disintegrate.
So that means it's a bad idea, then.
But I thought the 4 great spirits couldn't die.
Oh, they probably just reform.
Eventually, new great spirits will appear to take their place.
Oh, that or it's just a job title.
But they will be a different 4, with different wills.
So that means the 4 great spirits that you know, the ones that were always with you, they would just disappear?
A spirit's personality and memories are unimportant. What matters is a spirit's existence itself.
That's a pretty harsh take on it.
Still, I doubt the 4 will forgive me for this.
I would imagine they would not forgive you for blowing them
You
up.
really care about all spirits, don't you? Not just the great 4, but the lesser spirits too.
Not just spirits, humans as well. To me, all lives, human and spirit, are equal and precious.
As exactly would be befitting for Maxwell, Guardian of the Spirits. Alright, are we ready to roll?
Let's head for Canbelar.
I like Canbelar, this will be fun. Alright, we're finally heading out from Shandu. After a hot minute. Alright, I forget if there's stuff on the walls here. In this cave. This area is kind of weird. There's not really any reason for it. Like, this is literally just to handle some spacing issues. Because you go from Shandu, which is like, you know, it was dry plains, and then we had like the normal plains. And then we step out here onto the Moan Highlands, and yeah, welcome to Skyrim, everybody. Like, that's the only reason that tunnel is there, is to put like some spatial reasoning for that. But it's kind of annoying to get through. Anyways, Tipo and the 4.
You told me that normally the 4 great spirits follow you everywhere. Is that for real?
It was for real. At the beginning we got to use, or well, they were with us, and we got to use them as combat abilities that were actually really useful.
Yes, but...
No way! So how does it feel to command them?
I'm not sure how to answer that. They've always been with me, so it just feels... normal.
They're always with you, huh? So I guess it's like Elize and Tipo.
That kind of makes sense.
Interesting. So Elize may feel the same way about Tipo as I feel about the 4. When you put it that way, the way I've treated her seems quite insensitive.
Yeah, but hey, most of the things you do are kind of insensitive, so they're used to it.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing. I can't afford to get swept up in sentiment at a time like this.
And that's why. Alright. So let's see, this area we've got bandits and dragons, and there's snow. It's a cool area. That was not an intentional pun. But I do like this area. If I remember right, this is a pretty good area to grind in if you're a little bit behind on levels, because the enemies here, I believe they all have a weakness to fire. So you can just spam fire arts to blow them up. Also, good friend, EXP buddy over there. This field has a good chance of spawning EXP buddies quite a bit, but they see you coming. But also the walls are pretty easy to get them stuck on. So you can go hunting. Alright, this is still bronze. That was the one we beat last, a bronze one maybe? Or not a bronze one, a copper one? No, it was worth 20,000. It feels like that one took a little longer than usual. Oh well. Even more levels to get us well ahead of the curve. We're like double the curve at this point, or well, maybe not.
Sure is cold. Oh, Elize. You never call me Ellie anymore.
Oh, that's so sad. But I think the game's catching up because I'm progressing so fast and skipping most fights. Even with 10 times XP, we're only ahead of the curve by about 12, like 10, 15 levels. Because you're supposed to be about like 30 something about here. We're getting close to that halfway mark. And like I said, I beat the game at like 66. So, yeah. Also, this area splits, and I forget which way is faster to get to Canbelar. Do I want this that badly? I think we can outrun them. I did not want that badly, though. That's not that important. Free treasure. Don't need those. Okay, northwest region. I think, yeah, that goes to a different... Okay, that goes to an entirely different area, I remember now. So we needed to go this way anyways to get to Canbelar. What's good, all the guys I'm skipping? I hope y'all are having a nice day.
Milla? It's really cold out here.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Yep. Well, at least she's handling herself decently, despite wearing the ridiculous clothing. Canonically, she's wearing the ridiculous clothing that Ivor picked out. But we've got her in some better clothes. At the very least, she has long stockings to try to help with the cold. Okay. Cool. And now, that over there is Cambalar. But we're going to stop here because this is enough for an episode. So this has been Jet-Li 1, and I will see you next time as we go up the road and into Cambalar. See you then.